Hello, hello, and welcome to Chance Die! Squadron. Woo. Here, life is a cruel experiment, and the road to humanity is paved with anguish. Tonight, the dice guide our team of Prometheans, the Unbroken, together on their pilgrimage through the sanguine universe. Theirs is a tale of purpose, discovery, inspiration, and hope. Welcome to the wrong side of heaven. So, last time, Squadron. Last time it was a bit of a tumbleweed, a whirl. Everything was going fast, fast, fast. After they defeated Harvest Maw, which, first off, was a hell of an incident. An event that quickly snuffed the life, or so it seemed, of Alaska Orpheus. What might have spiraled into torment instead, because of the sheer amount of pyrus that had been spent and was just crackling through the maze at that point, it ignited into a firestorm. Not only doing 10 lethal per turn in lightning damage, but it was also doing about 3 aggro per turn, lasting 24 fucking seconds. It incinerated not only the huge portion of hedge that you were fighting in, all of Harvest Maw, a good portion of the front row, and about 2 or 3 rows inward. This was what might have been considered a catastrophe in any major sporting event around the world, but this was Arcadius, and those in the Pulvinus looked down upon such events and said, "Now that is fucking spectacle." And my God, the cheers that Moses had been holding the sword, it was burned away. River took the body and walked away with it as Alaska's Azoth, ignited and reacted and brought him back to life. It was a crazy, crazy moment. But you were victorious. You won the spring games, and from that, celebration and training ensured. You were rewarded and lauded for your victory. Your armor was upgraded. You received this new cool fireproof armor. You trained and moved with new figures. You were granted new accolades, the ability for some of you to go to and from the real world to pursue an understanding of mortality, because Grisnak, now a trainer of Prometheans, has learned that the more you connect with these esoteric growths, this humanity, this soul, the more powerful you get. And the more powerful you get, the more you win. And so he is gradually learning how to train Prometheans. He's done it before, although those legends sort of train themselves as you've been learning through their journals, sleeping in their beds, living in those quarters that they crafted for you. Your training sessions strengthen your bodies, your Azoth grew, and before you know it, summer games. And summer games were a different kind of hell. 100-degree weather that spiked very quickly into 130-degree weather, swooning for those of you who were weatherproof or sort of had transmutations that allowed you to ignore bodily discomfort, burning, sweltering. You were able to sort of push on. You fought against torment, fought against these flaming dragons that swooped down on you, raining hell, but eventually you encountered massive chains, brought them down. These are all sort of cutscenes of things that you remember, but the food and drink has been heavy. The training has been long. And with you only sleeping 4 hours and waking right back into the world you left on, a world of, where sun and moon is spiraling around you, where the stars tell actual stories, where constellations actually fight, where you live in a world that just feels like cancer and death is all around you, yet you don't contract that cancer and death. You wear death as armor. You are growing in ways you never expected to grow, but is this the path to humanity? You don't know. Questions you ask yourself over the course of this. Before you know it, the autumn games. And the autumn games were a different kind of hell. Very much a sort of dark maze, a cornfield, where daylight was restricted to a mere 4 hours and the rest of the time was night, where you were stalked by scaly creatures, massive monsters, each the size of a small car, weighing hundreds of pounds. You had to seek out shelter, navigate traps in a fog-filled labyrinth. It was horrible. The amount of sensorium that you were forced to use burned your eyes as you needed to navigate by without lack of sight by like sound and fire sight. It was perhaps one of the hardest ones for you, and one by one you would hear this team eliminated, that team eliminated. A few times you did in fact die, but as you've learned, for some of you death wasn't the end. River was able to resurrect you. You were able to spend experience points in Vitriol to bring your Azoth and stoke it mid-battle, refusing the Reaper, all while under the watchful gaze of the Fae, muttering to themselves, placing bets, making deals, wagering on your life, and being entertained in ways that changelings, while magnificent, this is new. This is very new, and if you watch closely, you can see the air igniting behind you as you use Pyros, as you draw on the fire of the gods that keeps your corpse or artificial bodies alive. No storms graced that maze, but when you finally grabbed the sword, the games were over, and you were ushered once again victorious, once again having outlasted teams that you never stopped to learn their names, never wanted to see their faces, never wanted to really understand or know the stories behind the competition that you faced. Because the one time you did, you learned immediately that it hurts, that those are people, and that they are all wanting something at the end of this maze. And it's better just to better not to know these competitors. Something that one Gaius Ular Tyrannus knows very well when he sent the golden letter to Grisnock the Corpse Maker, inviting him to Arcadius, away from the realm of Necropolis, to a realm of storms and glory, of blood and sand, and thunder and death. And of course, Grisnock, who had been waiting for this because Gaius has something he wants, something he worked really hard to build and make. Much like one pixie blade was to Gaius, so Despot is to Grisnock, and he wants his son back, away from the greedy hands of one who would use and abuse him to further glory, push him past his limits. He wants Despot to come home. This has all been for that in his eyes, but are unbroken. They just want something from the vault, and they have worked so hard to get here. So of course, when Grisnock says, get on the ferry, cross the blood ocean, we will be there in mere minutes. Prepare yourself, clean yourself, heal yourself. Our unbroken do. They take the time to sleep, to dress in slightly better finery, but it's still, it's Necropolis, so it's, newer black cloth, newer leather, your armor, which is made from the finest of corpses. But, he's really doing his best for what he is. You cross the blood ocean to the realm of glory and are subjected to crimson sand stained with the blood of generations, a treehouse ludus that stretches up to an angry sky that seems a living embodiment of hatred and fury, lightning that screams, punctuating the will of its master. Slaves en masse, servants and gladiators, all vying for that one coveted spot that seems to be held by something that you could feel, but you couldn't really put a name to. It's not Azoth, but kind of like Grisnock brings these corpses back to life, it's not Azoth, but it's like it. It's an emerald flame, a cousin to Azoth, something akin to it, something that should not be. You don't really have a name for it yet, but it's never felt right. Still, it hasn't prevented you from growing strong. Now, amidst the ludus, amidst the partygoers, the revelry, the nakedness, the drink that flows from fountains, the food presented on platters brought to you by succulent creatures, some mortal, some no longer. You can feel the fairy magic coursing through their bodies. You can see the changes, sharper ears, sharper teeth, at the bare minimum. Others have taken on true seemings, becoming darklings, elementals, fairest, wizened, ogres, and beasts. These are humans that have become a part of fairy, become a part of Arcadius. But one amongst them is not. He was a man that became a corpse that was taken and resurrected with that strange, not quite azothic, but azothic fire that brought him back and allowed him to continue to evolve while consuming fairy food and drink to keep his not azothic fire, perhaps his flux fire, burning, and allow Despot to continue to grow and evolve. And this, a champion you met as Grisnak was sort of swooped under Gaius. Come, let us discuss all of the dealings that have been long from our chambers. Much to discuss. You've been participating in the maze games. Fascinating that. And how is Esperidion? You know, just sort of like walking him away and leaving his honored guests to walk among the flesh parade that are gladiators, themselves esteemed blood warriors of a different type of sporting games, one that Moses began to mock a bit. A simple thing. He sort of went up to the champion and said something along the lines of power taken, power stolen, or power borrowed, power stolen. How many games have you won? But not referencing necessarily the arena. How many maze games have you won? But the despot creature seemed... it seemed to like conversation was difficult for him. He was able to make out 2 words while his body sort of clenched and spasmed, and he said, power enslaved. It was about there that trumpets sounded and drums began to and this perhaps strange lilting sound emerged onto the ludus. And Gaius, who had been walking away, paused. What is this? Oh, yes, I forgot to mention. Silly me. Lofty titles escape my memory because the wine is so good. I invited the champion, as your esteemed guests seem to be on their way to greatness and glory. How could I not invite not only a friend to the house of Gaius Eulot Tyrannus, one that actually trained one of my former champions, believe it or not, but one with whom we do good business. Please, esteemed honored guests, unbroken house champion, everyone on your feet for the magnificent champion of the games, the Maze King himself, Tommy Wonder. And as electric guitar sort of screams through the halls, you see this gorgeous man, about 6'2", with a mantle that sort of flows from him like a cloak. And the mantle seems to be made of music notes and screaming fans and little creatures and sort of almost like a concert attached to his shoulders, waving at him as he walks, flowing behind him. Hundreds of thousands of screaming fans singing with him, echoing him. You've seen mantles before, at least on Grisnak, but to see it on someone who you can hear his heartbeat with sensorium, you can see the flesh in his cheeks. This is a living creature. And the hedge clings to him like that, granting him power and authority. He wears sort of modern rock star clothes, but underneath the cloak you can see this sword, but you're not sure if your perception is messing with you. The handle sort of has the kind of elegant curve and precision that you would expect on a sniper rifle, and there are parts of it that are needlessly bulky as though they might contain ammunition, but the whole of the sword is in fact that, a swinging weapon, but something in you, it looks like it could fire. At his hips are almost like a cowboy, what's it called, like a bandolier that holds guns, or yeah, like he's got like a double holster for 2 pistol sidearms. Jack, you know this.
A gun belt.
Yeah, like a gun belt, just straight
Like
up.
a gun belt that's designed to hold.
Yeah, yeah, so he can grab from the hip and draw quickly. And these guns, they don't look like natural guns. They look like they were crafted from the hedge themselves. Bits of bramble and wood, elegant curve and design. You can see bits of metal, but most of it is made of some sort of, like, you would almost say ironwood. You know, like if you had to give it a name, it was wood that resembles metal. Um, Black hair cut, not like long, not like mine necessarily. Black hair that's kind of short about, but it has sort of like kind of like jagged anime spikes that curl about the head, catching the wind, flowing back behind him. Um, he is of a fairer nature. The hedge has, and his time in the hedge has robbed him of much color. Whatever color his skin was initially, he is just shades above like a young spring vine. Like it's pale white with a tint of green. That is, he's almost, like he's spent so much time in the hedge that he is so pale and so tinted by green. Yeah. Um, Sharp ears, dark eyes, pouty lips, beautiful but dark in equal measure, and confident. Um, Go ahead and, since we're just for first impressions, as he strides through a different set of doors, almost like he appeared elsewhere in the Ludus and emerged from deeper recesses within into the main sort of courtyard. Go ahead and roll wits plus empathy, reading his body language, what he's seeing, feeling, what you're seeing and feeling off of him, what emotions he's radiating.
Any minuses?
No. You get a +1.
Okay.
It's not. He's the opposite of hard to read. It's almost like he's projecting expression.
All of us are doing this roll, or just Linda?
Everyone who's interested in turning to see Tommy Wonder.
We are.
Yes. River, Rain, Alaska. I was thinking of doing, because he'd be like, "Whoa, look at that dude."
We should get different dice for River today.
What is Alaska's wits plus? His wits is bitty. Oh no, he is trash at that. Okay.
He is trash.
He's really, I did not realize he was that bad at reading body language. Like, his empathy is just, that does sort of explains why he'll just walk up to anybody, but like,
Wits and what? I'm sorry.
Empathy.
Wits plus empathy.
Oh, right.
Oh my god, 1 success. Unska sizzled my butt. He's like, "I got this. Who are you?" Doom, 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 doom. 3 for the mighty Moses. The mighty, magnificent Moses Magnum.
Linda got 5.
Jesus, Linda.
Sorry.
You see the person in slow motion.
You guys are insane.
I rolled 4 and re-rolled.
River got 1, Rain got 0.
Okay. Rain, you glance
I'm
over and you're
actually,
like, cool, and you go right back to the gladiators on parade.
yeah, Rain is like very intrigued with Gaius because when he said Asperidian, she was gonna be like, she's good. I know that, or like I get that, you know what I mean? When he had said
Yeah.
that, she was like, she's doing good. But yeah, River's probably surveying everything, just like looking at different like exit routes, trying to figure out like just anything that they would need to know. Yeah, but Rain is very much distracted. She's like, ah, look at all these beautiful creatures.
River, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll intel plus plus academics. Then we'll do
No,
no.
No.
She's
no,
distracted. It does
yeah.
make sense. She's like looking around and she's trying to, but like there was music and people were playing, but everyone seems to have stopped momentarily. And when they resume playing, it's almost as if they've been swayed to a different melody, like someone else is controlling the music. And it all seems to give this new entrant extra aura, swagger that it's difficult to take your eyes off of. Um, even Despot sort of narrows his eyes and his fist just sort of clenches on the podium. For all of you who got at least 3 successes, which I believe is like Rain and River were a little bit distracted.
I'm
That
gonna
would be
get
Moses. Alaska only got 1 success. He was too distracted. 4, and then Linda got 5. You notice that, okay, if he's championed by the Mesa standards, doesn't seem to be the same as the arena. This despot creature wears a massive belt about his waist, strapped with gold. Whereas Tommy Wonder, if he is champion, he just sort of seems to wear clothes. Stylish clothes, long coats, leather pants, buckles, but no real body armor that you can see. The leather is thick enough that it might stop some sword slices, but you wager, each of you, by looking at him, that his confidence comes from incredible dexterity, incredible cunning on the battlefield, an ability to move in close among foes without getting hit.
He's fast.
Something that he's taught to, if what Gaia says is true, something he has passed on to former champions of the House of Gaius when he trained them. Tommy enters the social event, sees all of you, the 6 of you that comprise the Unbroken, standing in front of the 7 very fleshy changeling offerings on the pedestal. And he just sort of smiles. Now, wouldn't that be a wonderful contest? You lot. Wonderful, hideous bunch. I have not seen you alike in many years. Fascinating. Are you guests in this house, or are you like the rest, slaves?
Guess.
You. What are your people called again? What's the word? Castigated. No. Created. You are the created, yes? Those who have the flame of Prometheus burning within you. Ooh, what a song.
You should definitely write a song about us.
You are named after such suffering. Are you? You are. I've seen you in spring, and autumn, and summer. You are my competition.
Oh shit.
Oh, well, that's terrible. I should buy you a drink, except the drinks here are free. Can I... You there, servants, bring my companions food, drink. They will not be alive there for much longer. I deeply apologize. Despot on the podium just sort of scowls. You can feel sort of like a crackle of electricity. And again, it's not exactly Azoth, and it makes you feel really uneasy, but it's similar to Azoth.
I'm gonna study Tommy.
He puts on a show of it. He totally, like, feeling your eyes on the back of himself. He almost sort of like lets the mantle fall away and disintegrate into autumn leaves as he goes and sort of like plucks from the different tables and puts food in his mouth and grabs servant girls. What are you looking at exactly?
I'm not sure I know yet. It's just a general study of him. Something about him is rubbing me the wrong way.
I can give you general statistics. Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll intelligence plus academics. And because he's not hiding anything, +1.
Okay.
What are the rest of you doing? You can see sort of Gaius has gone over to kind of greet Tommy and make him feel warm and welcome. Tommy, my boy, I haven't seen you since you participated in helping me. And by the way, 100 kills in the Great Arena. Did you know your work really shone? Virgil, Pixie Blade, all of them, magnificent. They sent me over the top, pushed me into the upper echelons. And you, look at you. You've won for the last 10 years. 10 years straight, by God. And what did you get? 2 successes?
2 successes, yeah.
You can see you're not exactly sure the names of all the different seemings around you of the changeling, but you can tell a few things about him with 2 successes.
Okay.
He is mixed. Parts of him are like the dark ones who skitter and skulk and move in the shadows. And parts of him are like the brightest ones here, who shine like the sun and smiles that, stun you in place. The beautiful ones, kind of like the Galateans. If you had to really put it into, like, Promethean terms, he's half Galateid and half Olgan, maybe. Something dark.
Mm-hmm.
He seems to be able to control music and inspire with his words. Where he walks, servants follow, male, female, doesn't matter. And you've noticed that reality bends around him, distorting. And you're not sure if it's just his control over the hedge, because you've seen people of his caliber be able to sort of bend and make the vines do things. Or if it's some other power. But it's like when Rain showed you music videos on the TV, showed you Madonna, and how scenes would go from one thing to the next, how characters could sing but sort of change everything. Windows would be blown away, things could be moved, rain could be stopped, fires could be brought into existence or put away, mountains could be lifted, anything in the name of what looked good as part of the music video. He looks like he's existing in our reality while simultaneously making our reality look like a music video. His.
That's cool.
I'll just keep that information for later.
Mm-hmm. So, Unbroken. Grisnak kind of comes back over by you. And he's in his large kind of ogre form. It's not the largest form he has now that you've seen his kaiju, but it is the one that usually sits dead at the desk. Bloated and kind of reeking each step, leaving behind nasty puddles. Mostly nude except for this sort of like rotting toga wet with slime and sweat. Kind of moth-ridden in parts that don't necessarily hide his genitals, except for the fact that his bulbous belly does in fact hide his genitals. He sort of waddles over. Yeah, yellow, what's it fucking called when you have so much like pee in your body that your eye... Jaundice. Yellow jaundice eyes just sort of bulbing.
Pee in your body. It happens for other reasons.
Yeah, but he's just reeking with it. Organ failure, little parts of his body that just... he comes back over to your proximity. Like, by comparison, Despot, who is comprised of some 50-something corpses, seems so clean. And you're not sure if he was always that clean or if Gaius has just kept the corpse body very well cleaned. Grisnak, he looks at you, but he also like keeps looking over at Despot. I do not know how to talk to him. He is. When I start, he shuts me down. I know what I'm here to do. And yet, he makes a mockery of me and my realm. I hate him so. But if I were to simply attack him, well, we would not get far. Have you fared better? Do you know of some way we can convince him? I think only to maybe appeal to his pride, but I think such a thing would put you in danger. For instance, one of us against one of his, but surely he would pick. And he looks across at Despot 50. To make him not would make us seem afraid. It is all rigged against us. And he kind of like shudders a bit, and you hear his voice kind of like echo, rigged, in the stone of the area, and people mutter and look, and he's, I do not like this social event.
If he's gonna choose Despot to fight any one of us, but you created him, couldn't you tell us what he can do? So that we're at least prepared?
I can tell you what he can do. For starters, he can hear every word of this, even as we whisper. He is perfect. Anything that has ever killed him, he evolves to develop resistances against, and anything he defeats, he absorbs. His intelligence is more than a mortal man. His strength, more than 5, 10, 15 mortal men. For every 2 individuals that he absorbs, their mass is distributed, their attributes, their skills, their knowledge distributed and repurposed for one thing: to be the best fighter. He is not like Gaius is. Losing is not important. Gaius likes to say, never fucking lose. That's stupid. Lose lots. Lose so much that you one day never lose again. There is things to be learned in death, and Despot has learned them all. 50 are his victories, countless. Well, maybe around 12 are his losses. Only a handful of teams have ever really slowed him down, and they are not here. She is not here. with her cursed control of winter and his cursed control of reality. But other teams have beaten him, but not as he stands now. Looking at him, I can tell you that his health is easily that of 6 or 7 men of the strongest types, healthy men. His flux weird is at a 7. He is growing towards what Pandora warned me against. He can spend much energy in seconds to agonize, to make tentacles, to implant you with parasites that make you feel fear. He does not slow from things that blind him, things that stun him, things that incapacitate him. He cannot be wounded. He regenerates. He has been overwhelmed in the past, but that was... I lost him when he was Despot 25. He was last defeated as Despot 13. What this one can do, how strong he is, what new abilities he has unlocked in the power of pyretic, glamour-infused flux, I don't know. But he was not supposed to get this high. I was warned to keep him far from 100. He is becoming uncontrollable. Even there I can see he twitches on the block. Gaius keeps him under some sort of spell. He twitches. I can see it.
You are bright. Smart. The brother steals, but you make. You make better than him.
I know. He made Mortanus the Reaper, but Mortanus the Reaper failed. And he abandoned the corpse. So I took it. Because I saw the potential in that creature. Death is not the end. It is just a different type of beginning. Thank you. But how does this help us?
Like, he is shiny. Easy for things to grow that are shiny. Stronger to grow in dark and filth. Shiny things get dirty. Shiny things, not real. Easily broken. Easily not shiny. You are not little. You are a big island. You big crater. You control realm. Control worlds. You make champions of things that are not yours.
He puts his head down at that. I know. I have tried to make champions of things that are mine. Like Alex Cross. But he died.
You get in the way. You beat self. Gaius does not beat you. He knows this.
We cannot be more than our concept. He is glory. I am death.
Death means many things. We change all time.
I know. I favor your kind. You are like me. You make much use of your dead selves, more than the mass you could possess.
We are like you. We are champions. We are winner.
Hmm.
And he smiles and walks over to Gaius and Tommy.
They had been talking about, Gaius had been entreating him about, have you been training for the games? And he's just like, no. No, I've been searching endlessly. Killed a quasi-phoenix last year, and used the time to go back into the underworld because, the rumors like to insist that I killed her, and of course that's not possible. So, and then you are suddenly
Yes.
there. Oh, hello.
It is nice.
Hello.
He's like,
Welcome.
it is. He looks at Tommy and says, "It is nice that you are so kind to your master."
Tommy, this is not my master. My masters are not here.
But you are champion
Yes.
of Maze.
I have won for the last decade when I learned that the Winter Games hold a wish. And this wish has not brought me any closer to my prize, but I do think that this year I will find her.
Sorry, not brave. I assume Gaius make champion Maze too, but I wrong.
Wait, what'd you say? You assume
I
Gaius
assume-
made
Champion of mazes too, but I am wrong.
Gaius sort of Tommy kind of laughs.
Like, so how do you survive?
Gaius sort of looks like, well, let us not assume that I cannot make champions of the maze. I just prefer not to deal with that rancid whore Esperity.
Understand. I avoid things I'm not good at too.
Tommy sort of laughs a little, and he's just like,
He's like, but you
I'm
are
not-
great. You make this, so we have our strengths.
the thunder outside crackles, and the house does tremble a little, and Tommy like, and immediately puts his hand around you and goes, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I am meeting great creator of arena champion, but
Yes,
We-
a great creator who would think very much little of smiting you into a pile of dust for your insolence. What are you doing?
I'm not.
Don't mind us,
But-
your lordship. Me and this one just actually. Why don't you? I will regale you with my tale of the Gorgon in a moment. Yeah, just let me and this one just have something to talk about. What are you doing? What are you doing?
He make good fighter, but don't know if he makes good runner. I want to see him play in game, but he's scared.
No, yes, absolutely. He might make a fucking terrible maze runner, but what is your point here? Why? Aren't you on you and your team are well on your way to earning a wish, and you will face me in those games. What do you want? What do you want with him? You're not even taunting me. I am almost offended.
Adonis is watching this. Like, he hasn't moved closer. Like, he's not eavesdropping or anything, but he's watching this like a hawk.
Yeah. Also, this is just some random man who like put hands on Moses.
Well, and that's why I'm analyzing his body language. I'm analyzing Moses's body language. Any kind of like aggression, I'm just gonna walk over there and go, everything okay? But it hasn't gotten there yet.
Just like back to if anybody else who wants to interrupt in the scene, just remember, at the way I see you, you're sort of just chilling on the sides, sipping your wine, maybe watching. But if you want to interact or interrupt anything, you let me know. Otherwise, it's just the scene unfolding.
Linda is watching.
Perfect.
She is doing her watching thing.
Alaska is watching you watching, and he's nervous.
Don't worry, Alaska. I'm just trying to find information that we may not get from talking.
Everybody here is really fucking naked.
It's like,
I don't think I've ever seen this many boobs in my life. Like, not even when I intentionally went out looking for it.
Are we not supposed to be naked?
That's a
Yeah,
whole
you
different
play
conversation. There's a whole
You're
book
always
about that. I think it's like the first chapter too. Like, I don't even know.
Okay.
I like being naked for what it's worth, but I do think. Anyway. Just mumbling.
it's
I love
almost,
him so much. He's so adorable.
what is this? Moses and Unbroken learn many things by being in games. Games are strong, entertaining. Like, games are amazing, and people seem to like games, especially when you win. I just wonder why he doesn't participate.
Make a presence plus persuasion roll.
I'm good
So
at one of those
sort
things.
Walking all. What was that? I saw a 1.
I was gonna ask if there was a way that I could like assist with his role, because my presence and persuasion is.
Were you
rather
being a
good.
wallflower or were you getting closer?
Oh, yeah. No, this
Yeah,
is
this is
a.
like
Yeah, and I guess I'm watching.
like a little huddle.
Yeah.
And then
He like walks Moses over to literally what is just a square where it's sort of like, like an indentation in the earth, and there, amidst polished oil, 2 of the servants are just going at it, and he's just like brings him closer, and almost like this is just like we're just 2 dudes watching television. Like, this is his television.
Oh, God.
well, if it's just my role solo, I got 3.
3 successes.
So talking to him, he also, you make beautiful sound. I learned recent about music, and you make good music.
You said 3?
Mm-hmm.
For the compliment, I'll pay you back with a bit of information. Gaius does not want to participate in anything related to the games, and it's not that the spectacle isn't there, or the crowd isn't there, or the payoff isn't there, or that the wish wouldn't be enticing. It's that Asperidian used to be part of his concept. This ludus was once run by a domina and a dominess, and that domina was Asperidian. And he will not willingly entreat with his ex-wife.
His wife, not forever partner. Is that not what wife means?
No, it is what it means. But somewhere along the line, they realized that the people on the real world, they don't keep their lasting relationships, and so the concept of divorce sort of trickled into the hedge. And anyway, she changed her concept. She didn't want to be tied to the concept of glory. She wanted to be tied to something else. So she became Hesperidian, owner of the Labyrinthium, a fae of questions and possibility and peril and danger and, yes, entertainment. Because her original concept stems from glory. So what the fuck are you doing? You obviously have a motive here. You don't seem to want to just mingle and maybe fuck one of these lovely people and eat some honeyed ham and, you know, gaze out over the cliff at the lovely blood ocean or any of the other thing the guests come here to do. You were taunting a fae god. Why? Why do you want him to participate? What does it matter to you? Isn't a wish enough? He looks past you and you see Grisnak just sort of
He's like,
just being sheepish and watching.
Grisnak does not hold title of friend, but is friend. And I don't like bullies. He is strong and smart, smelly, but he is one of 7. I think brothers should acknowledge. Also, I think brothers should give back his person. I don't like people who keep others against their will. I understand that this is a world of things that do that, but one does not have to be cruel to keep someone. And it's not fair to Desperate or to Grisnak. I think if Gaius play, see Grisnak strong.
Your willpower, tell me one. 7. You see he kind of looks away and a tear kind of descends from his eye and almost like music note winds catch it and crystallize it and it sort of like breaks away into digitize and he's just fair. I didn't think I'd ever hear anybody talk like that. It's true that you are guests in that house, but to think that you could make something fair out of a place like Fairy. It's endearingly hopeful. Let's say we convince this Gaius to participate. Let's say that you fight back against bullies. Although I wager you haven't tried it, and being a bully is quite fun. It does feel good to get what you want at the expense of another. I dare say it is a learning experience, and I have learned other methods of persuasion, but from time to time, sometimes it does feel good just to remind everyone that you are the best in the world and no one is as good as you. Granted, we get lost in that, don't we? The aggrandizement, the crowd, and sometimes we forget what we're fighting for. But not this year. This year I will find her. How about it? Tell me what you and your created are fighting for. You're not like that pious rule book thumper shepherd, or what's that huntress name? Cassandra something, or the robot girl. Any of them. You and your team look vastly different. More of you too. So let's say you get him to participate. What do you get out of it?
I look back at River, who I assume is also in a
Near
scanning
enough
and
to
nearby,
engage.
like, because everyone kind of knows Moses does have a habit of angering powerful creatures.
Yeah, near
No.
enough to engage.
Back up. Back up. Do not go under my
So-
desk.
As Moses and Tommy were walking away, like in the center of the room, River was like on the outskirts where it's like it follows the shape of the room, and she just like has her. I don't know if she would have her weapon drawn, but she just is like she's standing very tall and proud and just like looking and kind of almost challenging every gladiator she walks by. She's just like following Moses at a
Projecting
distance.
aura.
But yeah, but just like she looks just like one of them, like doesn't break her like toughness at all.
Her weapon is what? The machete? Wearing that bloody Jason machete at her hip.
Maybe she has her hand on it as she walks.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But so River's not going to engage into the conversation with Moses and Tommy. Moses is making eye contact, like
wants her to come in. He's like,
He's-
I don't know if she was close enough to hear them talking, but if Moses is looking over at her, then I guess yeah, she probably would approach. If it's like a look of like, hey, if you could step in here. Yeah.
That one. Looking at you, Moses. Looking at River.
Linda's gonna walk closer as River gets closer.
Oh. Very tight-knit crew you have.
We are together.
I am alone.
Is that why you want to wish?
I lost someone. And then almost immediately he's like, no, someone was taken from me. I just need to figure out where they are.
River will join the group. Well, join them at this point.
I think each has reason for wanting to help. But Moses gave word. Do not like to see others sad.
Who owns you?
No one owns us.
Moses at that visibly clenches for the first time a little. And it's like,
No one owns you.
we are not owned. We own ourselves.
By anyone in all of Arcadius.
We own ourselves, as Moses said.
You're a guest.
Not a single fucking soul, mate. We're guests here.
I can sense that some of you have been held for a time. Each of you have been held by him, but one of you was held by something deeper. Yet, you mean you've escaped and now resist encapturement?
No, come here willingly. We have treasure to find. Also, I talked to the moon. I don't think I've been owned by the moon, but I haven't talked to her. But
The moon spoke to you.
yes.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, at that, he's sort of walking in a circle around you, Moses. What
Moses,
makes you so intriguing? What is your song?
he will remove the one cloak he usually keeps on, which is mostly just to keep Ace protected or when he wants to like shadow. But he's like, Moon, give back friend, and tell me of this. And shows like the other part. It's like this of his arm and chest. Something feels different, and Moon will help me find why. But Moon, give back Ace. Ace's closest friend.
Ace is someone close to you. You can see Ace is like, I'm not coming out.
He's like,
You just feel it in your chest. He's like,
yeah. He's like, yes. Ace is first friend.
You lost remind me of friends I left behind. Friends I made and spent a very enchanting summer with once, but for their safety and for mine, we moved on. It was a lovely year. We called ourselves the Wild Things, and we did run wild. One of them was like you, sort of. More fragmented, less substance on his bones. I don't want to be rude. It's very, you understand. Dead like you, animated like you, like emaciated, like someone took all the liquid out of him. Good guy.
Created.
Yeah, he was a misfit, afraid to contact his own people, so he found me. It was another. A beast changeling, outcast by our own people. And a mage, who... his true form was that of a small cat, an experiment by the Erebus Corporation. You remind me of them, lost, but seeking. Let's say I play a song that helps this Fey Lord, and he looks over at Gaius, who's just sort of like drinking and entreating and walking around on the balcony. And he's once again sort of kind of found Grisnak and sort of showing him. They're kind of rather close now because he's found Grisnak and he's like, look at that, 25 more absorptions since the last time. Did you know that he could do tentacles nearly 100 yards long? You know, just like taunting him about his own creation that he now controls. Let's say I play a song that helps you get what you want. This one participates in the arena, in our games. What was you versus me becomes we versus three. And only one winner. What do you get out of that?
A chance.
New friends. And most importantly, and Moses is for what's like really serious and kind of like thoughtful. He says experiences. He's like,
I don't understand. I wouldn't do any of this for any of that.
our kind Moses. He is created with fire, but what people call spirit or whatever, the thing that makes you a person.
A soul.
That. Soul is emotion. Soul is thoughts. Soul is experiences. Soul is to be alive. Moses wants to be alive. Truly. Moses survives. Moses had cave. He was comfortable in cave. But was not really living. Moses found friends, new friends, for me and Ace, that make me think, that feel that Moses has hurt and helped. And makes Moses feel new feelings. And there's like almost a half of like a glance at Adonis, and he like looks back at Tommy. Like, Moses is on journey with friends. True, this is a long way to get what we want for journey, but journey is about travel, not end. So experiences are good. And Despot is killer. Great killer. Created to kill. But not necessarily created to experience. You are a possible great killer. You have great killer tools. But that's not all who you are. Game shows us more. And even if don't get to the center first, that is not the end of journey. But we have become really good at getting to the center. And if you have to kill, understand death is not end for us. It's next stage. So my feelings will not be hurt.
So wise.
You remind me of people I've met before. All right. Experience.
Yeah.
You're going to do all this for experience and challenge him. So that way he puts in something like him and points at Despot. So that way you can get more experience. You're insane.
That about sums it up.
I've been told that.
I don't want to get in your way. You do seem to have goals that I can't fathom. Talking about a great journey and seeking a soul. I will not stop you from harassing Gaius. I will not prevent you from doing what you need to do to get him to agree. I will simply tell you what I've told all the others. Once the horn sounds, and we are in Labyrinthium, I will be the first to the center. I will get that wish. No hard feelings. I just have more to fight for than you. You've never known a soul. Mine was taken from me. And he pats you on the back.
No hard feelings. Yeah, but same for you. When we win, because we are unbroken, no hard feelings. Only one you get to center.
No hard feelings.
And he shakes his hand.
You are a great beast. The sword's called Beast Breaker, just so you know. I'm gonna go get some pizza.
Kind of looks over at
Okay.
River, and then it was like, so why do that? As he points to the spectacle that was in the center of the room.
These two people just bumping.
Like, what is purpose?
I don't know. I am intrigued though.
I think they're trying to assert dominance or something.
Oh, lesson trait.
Alaska's like, no, that's dumb. Because, I mean, that person clearly did it a while ago. Like, he's been in dominant position this whole time. It's like, switch
Yeah.
or something. Switch it up.
I mean, yeah.
It's because it feels.
Switch it up.
It's because it feels really fucking good.
Mm.
Sure.
Okay.
The act itself is how humans make more little humans.
Oh, so they don't
Oh.
even, they just mate in front of us.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
but
just
I
doing-
don't think babies are the point here. I think it's just a pleasure.
Just the pleasure? So this is like their version of skateboarding?
Yep.
Just doing it for fun? So it's got to be really fun.
For somebody's fun, anyway. As
When
you
you're done, I
just
want to
said,
try.
No, I'm good with just watching.
The slaves are just like, I'm not fucking responding to that. I'm not responding to that.
Moses just kind of like wants to meet other fighters, learn things, and then this pleasure would not help us win arena.
No.
definitely not.
Like, besides, if it's to make little people, I thought you had to like each other.
You don't, I don't think you have to.
Unfortunately,
stories
mate,
always
that's
say.
not. Unfortunately, mate, that's not always the case.
Have you guys tried the banquet? It was really tasty. I found a fig bar.
Yeah. What's a fig?
I don't know, but it's oozing with it.
It's in a bar, this one.
Yeah, it's good. You guys should try some.
This one.
And River like pats Moses on the back and is like, "Way to not tell him everything, man."
River, a servant walks
Ugh.
past you and just sort of offers you a drink from a cup, and you see that one of them, the one she's very like, wine, and the goblet very clearly has like a slip of parchment underneath it.
Yeah.
Moses responds to River. Moses don't lie.
She
Ribs
walks
don't
off.
lie.
Yeah, but he might be like in with the other guy, so it's probably better if we don't. I'm just saying, it's good that you didn't say we're gonna like steal Despot or anything, you know. Oh, this is great.
So, kind of listening for said song. I don't know. Well, was it River took the wine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
And then he kind of looks at us like, so you can do that with other people you don't like?
You said you looked at the note, River?
Oh, I thought he was talking to Adonis.
I'm talking to Adonis, continue
Okay.
us to like be nonchalant, but
Yeah. I looked under my cup.
not that Moses knows what nonchalant means.
That's a whole conversation. Come over here while we take. And I'm gonna basically try to explain.
Hate sex.
No, how do I explain like sex as currency to somebody who doesn't have a firm grasp on like the concept of sex itself.
Okay.
Or currency.
Or currency.
Or
You guys are
currency.
Struggling with this outside.
I'm pretty sure that right now you have a better chance of explaining sex than you do currency.
Ah,
Yeah.
Anyway, River was looking at a note.
The note just says information outside.
okay. We'll just walk away.
Linda
servant
will
has-
follow her.
I guess maybe River would be like, "Hey, Linda, you want to check something out with me?"
Let's
Could
go.
be nothing, but
Yeah.
cool. Helps to have some fine ass backup. But she wouldn't say that.
So is Alaska like actually waiting his turn?
Oh. He's like, he put quarters down for the next round.
What? Alaska's virtue and vice, hope, pride.
Remember, Alaska is an adult. He's just very childlike.
He doesn't know any better, truthfully. So yeah, unless someone stops him, he absolutely is waiting. But he doesn't really understand the concept of like, when do you get off? Never. I'm a slave. You know.
Right.
When you get off. My turn.
Yeah. This guy's just really not stopping. I'm not sure. All right.
Moses will, even though he's walking with Adonis, is going to activate his sensitive hearing to make sure to be able to keep track of the rest of together.
The rest of the individuals.
The umbrella. Yes.
Okay. One of the servants sets down her tray and heads outside underneath the stars and the setting sun. The last bits of storm. Stands by the cliff overlooking the blood ocean, waiting for River.
And she'll, make her way outside. Overlooking the blood.
When you get out there, she turns around. She's a fire elemental, long hair, orange glowing skin. We must be quick. You are obviously here because you want something. I want something too. I know something that Gaius desires. And I desire it as well. If you desire to win his favor, maybe you can do this deed and make both of us happy. There is an entity in his mausoleum, a horrible creature called Graftwhite. Slit the multi-headed Hydra's throat. Kill him. Gaius desires this, as Graftwhite has actually been gaining quite a significant amount of traction in the arena. Not enough to threaten purchase into the higher echelons, but Gaius would have his little brother never rise. He would have Grisnak sit in shit and filth forever, never to taste the upper echelons, never to taste the heavens. If you do this thing, you will gain his favor.
Yeah, that sounds all cool and whatnot, but why would I go against the guy who brought me here? Like, we are fighting for his side. Like, we will elevate him. You know this, right?
I want vengeance. Graftwhite slaughtered someone I love.
Yeah,
I only know that you have come here to gain favor from my master. I have provided you with a way to do so. A way that will see a monster laid to rest and a good warrior avenged. Do with it what you will.
Right.
I must return to my duties.
Okay, thanks.
That was
That was
interesting.
very. That was very River.
Yeah, it was.
So, like, watch the woman go away forever, or until she's like completely out of sight. And she turns to Linda and is like, "So, to me, that sounds like we're turning against Grisnak, right?"
I feel like we could probably use this to our advantage. We take care of.
Like, yeah, like a trade piece.
Yeah. We take care of Graft White, and he puts Despot into the games.
Okay. Is he like the most prize thing that our guy has though? Like,
I
I
mean,
suppose we'll have to
other
keep his
than
bargain
us.
and give us the bauble, regardless of that.
Yeah. I
Mm.
think he's less concerned about Graft White than he is Despot, so if we can
Yeah.
return Despot, might be better for us.
And truthfully, if we kill Graphite, he'll probably just bring him back some other way. So
Yep.
as long as we get it done once, right?
We already did it once, so yeah.
Again, he sucked. I wonder if the guy that she lost is like a part of him now.
That would suck.
Yeah, that's probably why she won't do it. Hmm. Well, now guys is with Grisnak, so we gotta separate them or something if we want to make a double deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, better not risk the bauble.
What are we doing with the wish?
I mean, I don't think we care.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if we need, like, what? I don't know.
We're doing this whole thing. We're getting a wish at the end. What are we doing with the wish?
Is this still just the two of them on their own, like outside
I'm not
in the
sure.
corner?
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't think we've left yet.
Yeah, they're probably still outside under the stars then.
Okay.
Not to say you can't walk outside.
Yeah. Notice that we have been gone for a moment and come find us.
At that moment, Adonis will walk outside and overhear the, "What are we doing with the wish?" And he'll just, "I had a thought about that, actually."
Oh. Do share.
We don't really need winning if assuming Gaius participates. And assuming we get what we want out of that. And Grisnak gets Despot back. We don't need the wish. If the wish is the only thing that this Wonder bloke wants from the games, we could offer it to him in exchange for helping us win.
I might go for that. But
We could use it to get Despot back too, couldn't we?
There's that. But then we still have to contend with Wonder. And if he is the champion of the maze, he's gonna be a right fucker to deal with, yeah?
yeah. I don't know. Champions don't really like to give up their titles very easily.
Yeah.
Moses is just asking the other gladiators on the podiums like questions about combat.
Uh, you see their Doctore on the side, kind of nodding for them to be able to talk. You've learned their names, at least a few of them.
Ooh,
There's
I like names.
Korak is a broadback boar, a beast. There's Whispercut, a darkling. Ashwake, the Ember Saint, an elemental fireheart. There's Velvet, a fairest siren duelist. Base Knuckle is an ochre gristle grinder. And the second largest creature there next to Despot. And then Stitchlock, a wizened who also looks to have some abilities as the House Kyurgeon. It sort of doubles in responsibilities as a Kyurgeon's assistant. But those six talk a little bit more than Despot, who just mums the word, doesn't seem to even... You know he can. You know he's keenly intelligent and aware and present, but silent.
I'm just asking them, like I said, found names, what they are willing to learn, why they fight, what weapons they use, how do they get like the most out of like cleave or like a smashing. I mean, my thing is Moses is very physical, and he's still going to be very amicable towards the other gladiators
Physical
and champions,
types.
especially because he knowingly, unknowingly insulted Gaius.
Yeah.
But so therefore, he's still like politely taking interest in all of the things. I mean, and at the same time, this is the world that Grisnek is a part of, because the maze isn't normally his thing. So
Yeah. I mean, the most of the questions are pretty easy to answer, and some of them are very quick answers. You know, who do you serve? The House of Gaius, you lot. Darenus.
mhm.
All right. Well, why do you fight? Most of them, like, some of them are just like for honor, for glory, but some of them are just like to get home, to get my life back. You know, the more hopeful ones. Questions like, you know, how do you cleave them? You know, that actually kind of makes them a little bit more excited. And, you know, just like, oh, you have to really plant yourself, put your whole back into it. And if you have any energy, and if you have any energy that you can kind of send rippling through your muscles, like we have this stuff called glamour. We like to use it to sort of amp up the swings. Dum, 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 dum. Really good. I assume you have something similar. If you don't, eat lots of fairy fruit. It'll start to develop.
So do you just fight in the same place? Do you not have environments? Like, do you use environment?
Again, Despot doesn't say anything, and so like Korak looks at Whispercut, and eventually Base Knuckle, who's like kind of like you, he's an ogre, and he's just like, the environment changes, yeah. It shit, I fought in New York last week, then down in Tennessee. I've also fought on a lava volcano. I fought on an island surrounded by sharks. I fought on this beautiful sort of grassland surrounded by these beautiful bright flowers under a blue sky with a big moon. The environment changes. The opponent changes. I fought a guy who had a pack of wolves. I fought a dragon. Most
I threw
often
a dragon's skull. Squish some people.
Most often it's just other people like me. Or him. You don't try to fight people like him if you can help it. And he looks over at Despot. Why do you fight?
To learn.
You can learn that in lots of places.
Where am I gonna fight a dragon in the world?
I guess that specifically nowhere, but
He's
all
like,
right. Maybe you in the right place.
like, Moses does not belong to people like them.
Good for
So
fucking
Moses is like, so Moses can leave. So I can't say I'm trying to get home. I mean, I am trying to get home, but I don't know. It just takes a little longer, different way.
you. Good for you.
He's like, so do you does anything like really hurt you? Like, okay, so we really don't like I really don't like fire, but they keep throwing fire at me. I mean, I've been able to like, dodge it, but or there's this one time I swam in the earth. It was pretty cool. But
Fire is a common
like,
spectacle in the games. The Fae like it. One of the first contracts they probably made.
so do you guys have a fire?
What do you mean? Like something that really hurts us?
Yeah, like I've never been here before, so I just want to learn. I mean, it's not like I fight in the arena.
You and your kind, you ain't allied with my master. But you want to know how to kill us better.
Well, I didn't know it was not necessarily to kill you, because sometimes there are things in, like the dragon, that dragon really hurts, and it seems like things are like made from like this weird tree stuff, and it didn't like the fire, but I don't think that's the only thing that hurts it, and so really it's because I want to survive the maze, not necessarily that I want to hurt other things.
There are things that can hurt any creature in Fairy, but you ain't gonna easily find him in Fairy. You'll find all kinds of fun metals. But you ain't gonna easily come into contact with iron. Not here.
Oh, there's lots of that at home. Just any kind
Oh
of
yeah.
iron?
Unworked metal. Unworked iron specifically. But you ain't gonna find it. Not out here. You'll find bone. You'll find all kinds of metals that never even have concepts in the place where we come from, but you ain't gonna find an old ass horseshoe. Or a rusted piece of ship.
That's true. Well, if they do decide to drop some, I'll pick some up. I might be able to hurt the trees. They like really like to like suck you in. Where do they take you? Do they actually eat you, or do they just spit you on the other side of the maze? Have you ever watched the maze?
I've never seen the maze. I was taken. I don't want to talk about where I was taken.
If I'm annoying
Let's
you,
just say I want to get back.
if I annoy you, it's because my friend over there, Alaska, he says that at parties people like to have fun and like to talk, and so they talk a lot. So that's why I'm talking. I don't normally use these many words. Normally people are too loud, and so I hit them with the shusher because I want them to shush. But I know I'm
Look,
not.
man,
You can't hit people here, so.
this is a party for you. But we just decorations. I ain't choosing to be here. It ain't fun. I just gotta.
I've been decoration before. I've been weapon before. So, I understand. I hope you do get home, though.
I'm at 60, about 63 right now. I just gotta keep killing.
I was told that killing is bad, but if you're trying to protect yourself or your friends, that it's good.
I don't give a fuck who I have
It's
to
weird.
kill. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, usually that's right. I don't give a fuck who I have to kill. I have people waiting for me back home. So I'm not trying to make friends. Everybody's friends to somebody. Everybody's family to somebody. Everybody's got a reason to live. Everybody's got a reason to kill. At the end of the day, your eyes are the one that's got to close. You've got to live with your journey. You've got to decide what you can and can't do. Me, I can get back home. And I can see my little girl. You'll figure out a reason to kill. If what you want is meaningful enough. Despot turns and just looks at him.
Yes. Thank you for your words. And then like walks up and like inside though, Moses is very. There's a lot of tension in his body. There's a lot of tightness because it's so openly and brazenly just displayed the amount of slavery and the horrors that go with it, the pain that goes with it, and Moses really just wants to punch guys in the face.
Mm-hmm.
And like he's heard about keepers, and yeah, he'll train with Griznacks, but it's still not the same as guys like these are literal cattle, whereas Griznack still has some kind of compassion for the guys because he wants them to be stronger. I mean, I understand he's still a slaver, but like, and that's the world of this realm, and he hates this realm. But here's just like so open in his face that he just wants to smash everything. But apparently, when he talks to guys, the skies get really loud. So
the fucking thunder booms.
So he's like, I'm gonna directly talk to him. And like, when Tommy's gonna play? Ooh, is it a song that I know?
So, Tommy's offer to play a song that might convince Gaius, he had sort of said that he wouldn't get in your way, but that he wasn't necessarily going to play it because nothing you've said necessarily benefits him. It just doesn't hinder him either. Gaius's participation just means one more team opposing him from the wish that he craves. So while he won't get in your way, he's not necessarily in the position to help. Although, what Adonis had said was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Alaska comes back over to Adonis and tries to looks for Rain too. These are all people who have been in Orem, and he's like, I don't get it. I waited. I've been waiting for 30 minutes. And then, you know what? Right when it was my turn, somebody else went in. I'm not... Do they not share? Should I talk to the guy in gold? The big dude? With, the emerald body armor? I'm not understanding this place. No, they're not sharing.
I think they're furniture, mate. I don't think it's an event.
Right, whatever. I want my turn in the armchair.
I think it's just for us to watch.
Oh. That's not fun. What about the guys in the pedestal? Can you fight one of them?
You could probably fight one of them. I don't know if you want to fight them though. They look pretty strong.
Well, sure, but I can increase my strength really well. Moses showed me how. I was pretty strong, but I got stronger.
That's true.
Watch, look, check this out. Hey, big guy, bet you can't do this. And he picks up a fucking chair and just. Some of the musicians stop for a minute. And Gaius is just pauses mid goblet.
Yeah, that was cool. What did it do? You're strong?
I am very strong.
Oh, yeah, that definitely accomplished that.
Yeah. See? So anyway, I could maybe, or if not me, definitely Moses,
Maybe
I don't.
it's
It
like
doesn't
a-
have to be me. Like Rain or Linda. You know, like I'm just saying. I definitely think we could take one of them.
Yeah.
We probably
back,
could, but let's not.
Back to the
Okay.
armchair comment. Maybe you're not allowed to sit in the armchair unless you live here.
Oh, should I stop? I should like not break his stuff anymore either.
Probably not. No.
I don't get how to get his attention then. Like when you
I
provoke someone, you kind of have to be like, "Hey, meanie, bet you won't do the following, cause you're a mean person and a scaredy cat." You know, like it's something like that. There's a formula to it. But how do we do it without like, you know, Grisnak looks all scared, and if he's scared, we should be. Because like, why hasn't he done that?
I don't know. Maybe he's afraid of him.
Well, he doesn't seem interested. I can't figure out exactly why he doesn't want to participate. He's got this awesome dude. He's sort of just lording over us. Kind of want to go back to Necropolis. You know, like at least the fart flies there were nice.
And go back to find my friends.
Okay, I'm gonna say that River and Linda have walked back into the room now. We're not outside that long.
And
on
Adonis,
the walk back in.
like all of us, we're all inside.
All three of us were out. Now we're all back in. I think on the walk back in, she's just talking about the deed to be done. You know, now that I'm thinking about it more, maybe that's not a bad idea. Like, we don't like Graf White either. He just sucks. He's not going to get any better. Just feels kind of wrong turning on our dude.
Hey.
Do you think
You're
that...
muted.
Who's muted? Me?
No.
Dallas.
That's what I'm saying. My idea gets us what we want, and it doesn't require us to betray our fucking benefactor.
Do you think he would give up Graf White willingly to get Despot back?
I don't think he has to know. We just have to kill him,
Are
right?
we okay with sacrificing a living, breathing entity to get what we want?
Yeah, Graf White sucks.
We've already killed him once.
Wait, who are we killing?
Wait, what's my...
Yeah, what's the plan?
What's my humanity?
As the Unbroken come back together in a corner of the room.
Oh, there you are. I was starting to wonder if you started getting into fights or something.
I don't know, a humanity 4, am I okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guess what? So, that guy who won all the games, he says that he can play music that would make guys listen to Grisnak. But he just said he's not going to help us because that doesn't really help him. Because we don't have anything to really give him. Also, did you know that Gaius was married? Yeah, he was married to the Labyrinthian girl. The Labyrinthian lady. The lady of the labyrinth.
Yeah. You're talking
He
so
had
much.
a wife.
That's... Oh, that's messed.
I just thought it was cool. And what if do we have anything to give? Like, will he take our swords? Does that work if we give him the swords?
Do we?
We got an idea.
Those must hurt.
They do. But this fire lady put me this note. It doesn't matter. But she said that her and Gaius really don't like Graf White and would prefer him dead. So maybe we can, one, tell Gaius that we'll take him out for him. I don't know how putting Despot in the games would be good though, because then he'll just kill us. Or maybe we could just trade him. And the Tommy guy, we could just give him our wish because we don't wish. I don't know. What I got so far.
Yeah. Well, Tommy might like the wish, and that might help Grisnak. But why we don't like Graf White? Why don't we like him?
Because he killed Adonis and Rain.
Okay, but the people, yes, we don't like that. I understand, and he should be. But no one here is free.
Yeah. I don't think we
It's
can
not-
do anything about that.
Yeah, but it's not Graf White's fault. So they want us to kill a slave because they don't like another slave. That
Yeah,
doesn't
I
seem
don't.
to me nice.
Okay. Thank you. You bunked my idea.
No, you can do it because we are together. But I don't like it. Like Tommy said, I won't stop you, but I not help that.
Well, don't.
Yeah. Right.
Well, don't. We trade Tommy's magic song for twice a chance at that damn wish. Wouldn't that get us what we want anyway? And we wouldn't have to betray nobody. We wouldn't have to kill nobody.
Look, these people see other people as property. We don't belong here. So, yeah, Grisnak might not care about Graf White if he gets Despot back. Or you give Tommy wish, and then he help Grisnak tell words that would make Gaius listen and give Despot back. There's more than one way, and it doesn't honestly have to be one. So if someone who's better with words, talk to Tommy, and if he agrees, then he can play the song. And if that song doesn't work, you can still do the Graf White thing.
Like a backup plan.
I'm just saying, I don't want to hurt anyone who hasn't done anything for being hurt.
Yeah, Graf may be scummy, but I'm with you, Moses. I don't want to necessarily kill him, but I don't mind killing other people in the arena thing because we kind of got to. But I prefer just to kind of win quickly.
But that is life versus living. But just to that's not a part of the journey I want to experience yet, if at all.
So, will you want to try to convince one of us, like Rain or Adonis, to convince Tommy to play a song that will convince Gaius or put him in a betting mood to bet Despot, and then he's in their thing, and then in exchange we won't go against Tommy in the arena, we'll be allies secretly, and if we win, because he'll let us win, so that way Despot goes to Grisnak, and we give him the wish.
Correct.
It's like a 1-2-1, like a ladder plan. Everything has steps.
It has steps, but it seems like everyone wins except for Gaius.
Yeah, I think there's a variable.
I think that's the point, though.
Well, sure, but okay,
What's the
let's go
variable?
back to step 1 or 2. Let's say we convince Tommy, and Tommy does the thing because he thinks we're going to give him the wish. Gaius then bets Despot. What's Gaius get if he wins?
That's
Do
why
we
I'm
know-
saying we kill Grisnak. Or don't kill Grisnak.
Graf White.
Grass white.
What
You want us
if
to kill Grisnak?
No.
Graphite.
You meant
what if he
Graphite.
gets Graph White in return?
Sort
He
of.
puts Despot up. Grisnak puts Graft White up, and whoever wins gets the other
And
champion.
that way, if Despot wins it, then Gaius also gets rid of his number one competitor.
Yeah, but you're putting words in his mouth. You're sort of saying, okay, and you're gonna get this. What if he asks for something we don't expect? What if he asks for something you're not willing to pay? Look at all these people. They're not free. You think he's gonna ask for something that's easy?
I mean, he wants to get rid of Graft White.
Sure, but
Graft White's his. He can do what he wants with him.
right now, Graft White and Despot aren't even in the same league.
I thought the fear was he was getting close, though.
Sure. It's a fear, but look at him. We live with Graft White. He's got 6 heads. That guy's number is 50. 6. 50.
That's a lot
You're
of heads.
No. He's okay.
I think we've got a good plan. I just think there's something in it. It's like, you know, you go for a trick, but you don't know if you're going to be able to land it. I think there's a variable. I don't know if it's one we can prepare for.
He's also never had Prometheans, so what if we offer ourselves? We lose, we stay? We don't intend on losing.
No, we don't.
Also, keep in mind, like, they seem to be hesitant to enslave Arcana. Like, or disquiet, it does something fucky to their magic.
I
They
don't think
seem hesitant to enslave us or to force us.
Desperadian did it. But
That's why
to be fair,
Grisnak
I don't think
That's
Gaius would
gonna-
make a deal with us.
far deep down.
If this all goes completely and totally sideways, we're okay with being slaves, though?
No. Alaska kind of immediately says, he's like, I don't want to be a slave. I get to skate in the mausoleum.
But if we offer ourselves and everything goes sideways, that's what'll happen.
Well, if we offer ourselves, we just won't lose. That's easy. That's easy.
Yeah, we won't lose.
Yeah, that's, I mean, there's no, yeah, that one. Yeah,
Unless they cheat.
even if they cheat, we'll
Let's
just
see.
cheat harder. We'll cheat back. I'll cheat right back. How do we cheat? We'll figure out how they cheated and we'll do it first and better. No, that feels wrong. Cheating is like traps. We'll just
Wrap.
avoid them. All right, so who's gonna talk to Tommy?
I need it to be pretty boy on pretty boy.
Yeah, Adonis.
Pretty off.
Can you get the pretty guy to do the thing?
Still have no idea
Tommy's
what guy
pretty.
is gonna want though.
Let's do like a seduction thing, like, you know.
I can see what I can do.
What if it like hits in the center and then ricochets because it's too much pretty?
What if, yeah, right, exactly.
Man.
I hope it doesn't attract like some random pretty fae, you know, like in the stories, there's like after he starts to say it and he stops, he's like, never mind. What stories? Greek what? Never mind.
That was weird.
Adonis rolls his eyes and heads off to talk to Tommy Wonder.
I'm sorry, I tried not to say his name. All right. Yes, I think it's break time. We should take our break. We'll get back to this wonderfully awkward but getting productive social event.
Getting productive. I have no idea what Guy's gonna want. This feels weird.
No one knows.
There's no way to convince him.
Feels scary. All right. We'll be back in just a bit. We love you.
Mm-hmm.
Fish well, my friends. What's up? Welcome back. All right. So, we left off with some wonderful libations, and there was some camaraderie, some discussions, a little bit of subterfuge, some outside conversations, some goading, a little bit of taunting, some information gathering, some posturing, all the good things you could hope to have at a social gathering, and of course some good old-fashioned staring at Roman fornication and wondering why. Which led to a whole bunch of questions for the Prometheans that it was going to happen eventually, but they didn't expect to see it here.
Are you doing that right? Is that supposed to go there?
And poor Adonis is just like, oh shit, oh no. I was hoping not to birds and bees for a little bit, but here we go. Okay.
And then goes,
But,
hey, Moses, something shiny.
A plan started to form. A gradual desire to, as they put it, just kind of talk with Tommy, to talk with Gaius, to plan A to B to C to E. And where we left off, the team, the Unbroken, had been gathered together in a circle, sort of at the corner of the party. They had been watching Gaius and Grisnak interact. They had already previously talked with some of the servants, some of the gladiators, and now the conversation of, can we perhaps make a deal with Tommy Wonder, get him on our side, set a chain of events into play that get him what we want while getting us what we want without having to sacrifice our patronage to people we've already grown to kind of like and oddly care about. It was an interesting conversation, and now we dive right back down into it. So as Adonis is sort of gathering himself and slow walking across the floor, heading to talk to the champion of the Labyrinthium for the last decade, one Tommy Wonder, a gorgeous, fairest darkling hybrid who has in the past trained champions like Virgil. This Tommy Wonder is sort of surveying the party and drinking by himself, and there are people around him fawning, mostly servants, ready to, can I get you this? Can I get you that? But he has eyes for the creature that also seems to be drawing the attention of his slow motion music video. As a new figure walks into the frame, the Galateid, slow walking, drawing the music, changing the tempo. Tommy's eyebrow raises, coat sort of flares. There's the sheen of his sword as he turns around. And then Grisnak is there. Guys, is it just me, or is everything slow motion?
Huh?
That's awesome. Okay, what are they doing?
Well,
What is the plan?
Well, kind of seems like this kid is only in it for the wish, and
Yes.
we don't
I've heard
we don't
of
really
this.
need we don't really need the wish.
No.
So
I have
we're
what you
gonna-
want.
Yeah. So we're gonna try and kind of have him fight for us, and so if we win, we still get the wish, but we'll give it to him. But he can help us get Despot back.
How
That's the
so?
plan. Got some weird song thing.
Man, his music makes people more. He said makes them agreeable, and we put Gaius in better mood to make deals? Is that what you guys do?
The cock on him to attempt to use a contract against one of the Lord Fae. That is brazen. He could get in trouble if caught. I like this plan. And then what? So Gaius is made more agreeable. And what? We challenge him. We call him a cocksucker.
I mean,
Not exactly.
can. Well,
He might not shy away from such an accusation.
we thought it might give you cleavage to be able to talk to him. Yeah, when you have something like help you.
Leverage?
Is that what it is? I'm pretty sure it's cleavage.
Cleavage is the bosom.
Oh. What's a bosom?
It also helps you.
Well, yeah, the word that the smart one said. To help you, well, so that we can get what we want. Problem is we don't know what Gaius wants.
I mean, you have an idea, but...
We want him to put Despot on the line.
If he does not participate in games, at least bet on them.
Okay. Will I make that accusation when he is more agreeable? I demand you put Despot on the line, you coward.
I don't know if that's going to go the way we want it to.
Is it just going to make more thunder?
Yes, he likes to do that. I can make it nasty, but this is his realm. He'll just kind of clean it up. Do not ignore the thunder. It's posturing.
Is making mad help get what you want?
Well, I don't know. In the past, I goaded him. Sort of. He was winning and all of his, they weren't even champions, but Kale and Finn and the Darkling and the Fairest and of course his precious Pixie Blade, they were just winning. But my Despot had also won. Despot was my house champion, and I said something like, if I challenged you to a champion versus champion match, you would have to lose because you don't have one. And he was like, I am making one. And then he did, he sort of put two #1 contenders against my Despot, and he was young. And they fucking won. But, Despot sort of learned from that, and now nothing stuns him. He's not slowed down by any weather, by any environmental events, and I worry that, if it's champion versus champion, he might do it. But it would be you. You would be what you are my champions. Not one of you. You, my unbroken. That's all I can think of.
Is there a way to win him outright without fight?
Well, these are Sure, yes. Get to this, make him participate in the games, get to the center first, whatever the rules of the Winter Games are, and don't fight, just win, I suppose. That's possible. But these are the only competitions we've engaged in. You will not bet him on a whim. He is too valuable. He has invested so much effort. I worry. Despot was not supposed to reach 100. Okay, so plan. Deal. Pretty one talk with Tommy. Champion. Make deal. Gaius becomes susceptible. We must challenge for Despot. My desire. My reclamation. What we've all been fighting for. And he will make a demand. We cannot back down from it. If we do back down, we must have a counteroffer.
Bless.
Also, where's our Adonis?
Moses leans over to like River.
Oh, laying down on the
Do we
piano.
tell him about Plan B? Or do you just do Plan B?
Sorry, I was just waiting my turn.
I guess we can.
There's no
tell him.
turns. It's a social event.
Well, yeah, but Donis walked away, and we were talking to Grisnak, so he wasn't in the
that's
scene.
true, but
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. I mean,
You're a leader.
we know one thing he wants, but I don't think you're gonna like it.
What? What does he want? That bastard.
Well, someone came and told me that he really doesn't like graft white, and that
Yes.
we might be able to seek favor with him if we kill him,
The fight on.
presumably behind your back, but clearly I revealed that. What a graft like you.
Frost has fallen. And my Red Queen has grown ill and will likely not last to the next games. I will have to repurpose their bodies. Graftwhite remains the only fighting force I have for the games, but those games have not been my major goal because you have been succeeding so much that my standing overall has been rising. He was forced to reach out to us, yet he wants Graftwhite gone. He finds him a threat. If it was to get Despot back, if he puts Despot on the line, that is a price I would pay. Graftwhite is an imitation of Despot, an imperfect recreation.
All right,
Despot
well,
was bartered. I paid a hefty price. So did my Genesis Pact Prometheans. We worked for that. We deserve it. Graftwhite is just scraps.
all right, but if you're there when we offer this to him, like, you can't pretend like he's nothing. You should be like, no, not Graftwhite. Like, make it seem like he's... No! Yeah. Okay, stop. You're gonna give it away. That was good, though. I could sense the emotion. That was good. But you know what I mean, though? Like, if you're gonna... You should make it seem like you can't lose him. Right?
Like he is the next Despot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're probably not really comparable, truthfully.
I will, if you mention this, I will put on such a mask.
Great. You're good at that. Yeah. So I think our first step is Adonis talking to. Well, he's doing it right now. Talking to the boy wonder over there.
We will watch.
Yeah, let's keep watching.
All right.
Moses purposely looks away.
All right, Adonis. You are approaching. How you feeling? What you doing?
What's he doing?
He has noticed you.
He
and
hasn't noticed me?
He has
he has?
noticed you.
Okay.
And he's turned around, back to the sort of leaning on the table, legs kind of sauntered and crossed, watching you. Watching your approach.
Tommy. Yeah?
That is my name.
Have
And
you got
you
a
are.
minute? I'm the Adonis, love. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
Is that a title you have earned? As he takes your hand and looks at you. You see he's like inspecting your hand. And you can tell that you're not using powers. Your disfigurements aren't necessarily showing. You do look pretty. You don't feel pretty. You just look it.
I fall into that comfortable sort of aura of just raw, just physical confidence. Just like I've never been told no.
Like carousing.
I'm too, yeah. You know, like I've never been told no. Look at me. People don't tell me no. You know?
To get a sense of where you are with each other in first, like when you're like, I'm the Adonis love, and you sort of offer your hand, and he sort of feels like that compulsion to sort of move off to circle one another. It's almost like two very like yin yang predators circling one another. Go ahead and roll manipulation plus socialize. And yeah, you can drop your 9 again. You are very beautiful in this place. It's there are no minuses, but this is a contestant action versus his composure and empathy. How well he holds himself, how well he controls his body language.
You said socialize?
Manipulation and socialize for you. Yeah. How you manipulate the situation, moving his hand, moving yourself, positioning yourself, socialize your mastery of graces.
I am going to spend 2
It's a
pyros.
dance.
I'm going to spend 2 pyros and a willpower point.
Nice.
Any minuses? Oh no, you said it's contested.
Okay. You would get +2 from that, and then this. Here we go. Oh God. The pretty off begins.
Pretty off.
All I can see is like Zoolander versus Hans.
Okay.
The walk off.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was funny as fuck. I'm not your bruh.
Where's your
All right.
bra?
What'd you get, Glorious Adonis?
I got 7.
Okay. Oh, you feel like you are in control for most of it. You maneuver him however you want. Go ahead and describe that a little bit.
Okay, so as he takes my hand and
Inspects
goes
you.
to and goes to inspect me, I'll do a little turn. I'll lift his hand and I'll do a little turn, like I'll let him turn me, like he's, getting the 360. He
inspects you, and you feel that, like, for most of it, your wrist is bending abnormal. You know, you have a dead body. You can't. No amount of this is too much pressure for you, and you feel very much in control of it. Until all of a sudden, basically he got 10 successes, and he dips you really violently, like low to the ground, and you see his like. When he looks like that, he looks more like a feral hedge beast. The predatory lines, it's not like a sexual predator. You're kind of reminded of like some of the beasts you've seen in the hedge. Like this feels more like
I'm
a
actual
hunter.
prey right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just like, did you come to dance? Because my song is very different from what you're used to. And you are beautiful. But I've trained with beautiful. I've fucked with beautiful. Did you come here to fuck with me? And he dips you back and, and then allows himself to be sort of handled by the dance, letting you lead from this point on. But you get that sense that it's like you being the lead against something that powerful. It's playful. He likes to let you feel like you're in control. And he likes to take back control abruptly and suddenly. And the music, that aura around him, it reflects that, and it freaks you out a little bit. You have a -2 to see anything but Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
I just came to talk about the maze. I thought maybe we could help each other.
Have you lost someone? Someone you love?
I've lost someone. Whether or not it was love remains to be seen.
Would you kill to get them back, Adonis?
Mm-hmm.
I would butcher the world if it stood between them and me.
What about them? Would you butcher them if they stood between the one you love? The pretty redhead twins. The man with muscles of granite. That boy thing. And the robot.
Don't know.
And you don't want it like I want it.
I know you want that wish, though.
I want it so bad.
What if I could guarantee it for you? Hear me
How?
out? We
Walk with me. And he abruptly ends the dance and like puts his hand around your waist and walks you sort of like into a side chamber and away from the group. Servants scurry out of the room at the sight of the two of you. It's just you and a pool.
We can't tell you why. We're not going to tell you why. But we need Gaius to put Despot on the line.
Because Grisnek wants his son back. Why do you care? Your golem spoke the truth and said experience, but it's not enough. There has to be more. You can get experience anywhere, and don't jokingly say a dragon. I know you want more. I saw the way you all looked at those slaves.
Grisnak has something that brings us closer than we've ever been to achieving a goal.
Okay.
He wants
He
to
possesses
trade.
this thing. He'll trade it for Despot. Okay. I think I'm understanding you. Beautiful Adonis. Are you saying that you would let me have this wish?
If you help us get Despot back for Grisnatch by winning the Winter Games, and we are awarded that wish,
You'll
you
give it
help
to
us.
me.
That wish is yours.
Help you now and in Labyrinthium?
This has two parts, mate. We've got to get him to compete, and we've got to beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Getting him there, well, like you said, getting him there is just one more competitor. If we win, that wish is yours.
Go ahead and roll presence plus persuasion.
Oh, I'm good at that.
You can choose manipulation plus persuasion if you prefer.
Presence is higher than manipulation.
Okay.
Persuasion. We'll throw some pyros into the persuasion.
Throw some pyros in that.
Oh, hallelujah! That's much better than the last one. Okay. $11.
You look into each other's eyes and you see something give. Your movements, the way you move, the way you dance, you're a staff fighter. You remind me of someone. Someone I hope to see again. Not the same way I'm sure you hope to see Aphrodite. Don't worry, I don't know him. I hear his name in the music notes. I see him in your body language. I don't know this entity, but I sense him. Only because you're participating in the story. In the video. Whether you can see it or not.
Is that where everything seems to slow down around you?
It's just part of a mantle I've earned. A contract that I made with music. It helps me hunt, it helps me focus, it gives me something to channel, and it stops me from losing my mind completely. Completely. I will take
Like
this
a
wish.
friend.
Like an anchor.
Like our refinements. Sort of a path.
Yes. This path of music keeps me grounded. I just keep singing, and I know which way to go. You give me this wish, and I will help you. I'll play this song. I do not fear Gaius's attention. I will join his musicians. You will draw his attention. The music will be a backdrop. I do this, I make him more pliable. I will help defend you in the maze, but You will give me that wish.
As far as I'm concerned, it's already yours, mate.
It's already mine, mate. It's already mine, mate. I like the way that sounds. You really do remind me of him. Grow your hair out. Maybe consider putting a blade on the end of that big stick of yours. And he kind of puts a hand in. All right, let's get to work. You'll see me amongst the musicians. Don't make eye contact with me again. I'm just a drunk champion having a good time. And he heads out past you, leaving you in the room.
Once he makes his way away a decent amount, I'll make my way back to the group.
Mm-hmm. You hear him, kind of chattering to the band. It's not necessarily a band. It's a bunch of assortment of slaves assigned instruments and duties or whatever. But him rousing them up and sort of, you there, come here, lyre players, gather, percussionists with me. We're gonna do. Have you heard this one? No? Okay, follow along. You'll feel the tempo. I'm just gonna take you all over. Let's do this. And then you hear music as from the corner the tempo changes to sort of like rock opera. And immediately Gaius just like, fucking, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, Alpha and Omega have it good with you as a champion. Despot, you fucking pig, you never sing or do anything. Don't start now. In fact, just stay exactly as you are. And Despot's just... Okay, you return to the group. You can all tell that something has changed in the environment in the room. You all feel that okay, if you already had 9 against for social roles, for whatever reason, you now have 8 against. If you didn't have 9 against on social roles, you've now gained it. If you would suffer a minus from being untrained in a social skill, you do not suffer that minus. You don't get a bonus to it, but you just aren't minus whatever on Skizzle.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
So 9 agains are active, 8 agains are active for some of you, no minuses on social roles, no penalties for being untrained. The music has made everyone more pliant.
Showtime, loves. Bossman, I'm assuming you've been filled in on the plan then, yeah?
Yeah, this feels good.
You're up.
Okay.
Have you regained?
Don't worry, we've got your back.
Okay,
To gain his attention once more.
walk Adonis. Guest, friend. Can you give me advice? What should I say? I have tried a few insults, they feel flat. Should I insult him?
No.
You hear that music, mate?
Yes.
Your words ain't gonna fall flat. You'll be compelled to listen to you, yeah? After all, you trained you created his champion, yeah?
Yes.
You made what made him great. He fears Graftwhite from climbing in the ranks because he's afraid of you taking what is his. That's why he doesn't want to go into the damn arena, into the damn labyrinth. He's afraid you'll win, mate. Use that.
Okay. All right. And you see him start to waddle off.
River walks right behind him, not even a pace behind. Just like
River-
directly behind him on the right.
Linda's following River.
Yeah, Rain too.
I think
Okay.
we're all sort
We're,
of.
we're all kind of going.
I think
It's
we're all
like-
squatting up.
It's like Grisnak, and then in like it's just like a little
Yeah.
triangle of people behind him. I'll just like lean forward as we're walking so that he can hear me, and I'll just say, "Just remember, I'll put graft white on, and you make a scene."
Okay. That's quite good so far. It sort of stopped. I shouldn't have said anything. Yeah. I was like, oh, he's doing quite good. And then he rolled, stopped. Like, the successes just dwindled. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm sorry. Still, it's a good amount of successes, so he's going to try not to make a big fool of himself. He kind of goes up and put in motions for you to stay a few paces behind him, as Gaius had been sort of like seated on one of his sort of thrones overlooking the place. The hour had grown a little bit later. Tommy is playing in the corner. There aren't too many other guests, just you all. And although it does sort of seem like he's been sort of watching and purveying all of you, you haven't been necessarily the entire sum of his focus. People have been coming up to whisper to him. He's been signing things. Every now and then, a servant would come up and draw him away. It almost seems like the Ludus is just like a constant buzz that he has to be attending to every little bit of thing, But every now and then, he does return back to his seat, back to his goblet of stardust, and you see Riznak approach. It has been a lovely evening, Lord of Glory. But I know you have been avoiding the true nature of why you sent that beautiful golden letter. You have noticed the glory that my champion team has accumulated these last seasons. Victory after victory after victory, trap after trap. Win after win that your men would have surely fallen short of. Your champion is but my champion. One that, though you have doubled his number, you have not even begun to unlock the secrets of what make him special. Gaius is just like, oh, do tell. I have not begun to unlock the secrets of my own fucking champion. Show me, then. And he's just, oh, I will. Despot 50. Activate hyper death. And you see something in Despot changes, and his eyes flash emerald, and his form just erupts in tendrils. And Gaius is just like, oh shit, oh, like leaning back in his thing, and it's just cancel hyper death, and it's just, you may possess my son, you may own him and call him champion, but you do not understand him. You did not make him. I made him great. You cast out your failures, and I make them great. Death is my dominion. And if I am the echo of glory, then I am glorious death. And you will acknowledge me as your equal. Gaius sort of just stands up, and you see the sun is in his eyes. And immediately every servant begins to turn their heads and look away. Do you? Even the gladiators avert their gaze.
Yeah.
I do not look directly at him, but for the first time, I will activate my aura sight.
To read their auras. Their auras
So I have
are
to look
insane.
at him.
Yeah, you can like put your head down, we'll read their auras and sort of see what they're seeing. Oh, the colors are crazy. They're all over the place.
I'll activate
Fucking-
sensitive ears so that
It
I
may
can
be a
still
swirl.
hear.
Yeah.
Maybe it's swirl colors, but there's going to be a dominion of colors, and
And a lot of aggressive purple. All right, yes. Looking away, you can feel the heat on your skin, and it suddenly feels like a summer day. Like you feel like you're back in the summer maze again. That 115-degree heat cooking your skin a little bit, tanning you, changing the color of you. For Moses, it's just like, oh shit, I'm back in the summer. Like I'm back in the desert, like walking under that baking heat. But for you see, like there are certain types of servants that just scream. Like a lot of the darklings scream as if they've been wounded, scurrying back to shadows. Some of the ice elementals dash into nearby rooms, their bodies smoking. Others who happened to be like looking at Gaius at the time and didn't realize what was happening in time, you see they pull away screaming with like smoke steaming from their eyes as they took aggravated damage and potentially lost their sight. But for all of that, although you're looking away or looking down, you can see Griznak's mass not wavering an inch. This is a massive rot troll that is standing on his 2 feet and planting himself. His body may be cooking and the smell is atrocious, but he has not backed down.
I will attempt that even with all the brightness, not to move, but to remain the figure of a staunch champion that he has created. To give presence to his words.
He's like, oh yeah. And he's like, Gaius says, fancy words. Fancy fucking words, but you are not my equal. And you have never been my equal. You think I need your filthy rot champion to be who I am? I created Virgil the Vain, Pixie Blade, Chimeron the Undefeated, Mortanus the Reaper, and I reclaimed him. He's just like, Mortanus the Reaper is mine, and he bears the flux that I put in him. You were too afraid to get your own daughter. You made deals and let someone else do it for you. I spoke to Pandora. I had her open her box, and I got the last drops of despair, and I made of it a son. You don't know what's in him. You don't know what I know. He's just like, I would put him on the line in a fucking instant. You are nothing to me. If it'll shut you up, fine. You think I don't know what you know? You think I can't handle the fires that you wield? I'll enter the Winter Games, but when I win, and I fucking will, I want them, all of them, your precious unbroken team. Oh, and don't worry, I've learned from you, little corpse brother. They won't be slaves. They'll be willing, indentured servants until their fires extinguish. They will serve the house of Tyrannus. See, Griznak, his eyes, literally, he just grows a pair in the back of his head, and a second face just appears, and he, like, what the face he's presenting at Gaius is staunch. The one that appears to you is very much like Charsing is like, well, what do we do? Is this good? Are we good with this? But he's whispering, so that those with sensitive ears can hear.
I mean,
Like, grass weights nothing.
we won't lose.
To bring, yeah, I see what you're saying. To bring up Graft right now would almost be like,
Pointless.
what does he have to do with it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with their emotions.
You're muted,
oh,
Jack.
Adonis, you're muted. You're muted, my beautiful bro.
It's like, I want that diamond right there, but what about this shiny rock?
Yeah.
Is
want
the
what?
shiny rock going to do something?
Of course,
You don't want
try.
to.
Give it that.
Maybe.
Then it helps.
I am not the maker of decisions. But again, I do not back down.
We all
Adonis-
kind of knew it would come to this.
Yeah, no, Adonis doesn't, like, his countenance or his confidence or his determination does not outwardly change. Of course, inside he's like, fuck, he used the nuclear option. But, like, outwardly, he's just not, like, he's just like, yeah, we knew you'd say that. Like, we knew you said that, and we put this on the table anyway. Like, that's our level of confidence. Like, do with that info what you will.
As of the champion round in the Winter Games, we are undefeated so far.
Technically, yeah.
I feel like pride is going to be our downfall, though, if we continue to believe that nothing can defeat us.
Oh well.
He didn't say that we had to win, as long as he doesn't win.
It's true. And Tommy doesn't work for him.
Our goal is not to be champion of an event that we will eventually leave. It's to get back his champion, his son.
Yep.
All right. Well, that settles it.
Winning would do that. If he agrees to this bet, winning would get him. Would be that'd be what you needed. But you would have an ally in the arena, which you would normally have, thanks to previous negotiations.
I mean, whether we win or Tommy wins, as long as he doesn't win, we still get despot.
No.
That was the words that
was the words that he said.
When
I will win.
and I will win. I want them.
No, the thing is,
Yeah, in a
we
contest.
if we win, we get despot. But if he wins, he gets us. So even if we lose, he does not have to give despot. It just means that we will not be indentured.
If Tommy wins, you get nothing.
Right.
Except, well, nothing really.
We get nothing. Yeah.
But that would be Tommy going back on a deal. He is agreeing to let you win. Like if you both reached it at the same time.
Right. I'm okay with this.
You gotta risk it to get the biscuit, love.
All right. Well, all that discussion that happened in the nick of time, that was enough for River to make a decision.
Right. Anime time.
Everybody saves.
Enemy
It's
time.
anime time.
Well, good thing we're not going to lose then, huh? As
Grisnak.
Rain's behind her, just like.
My team will not lose. Guys is just like, I've never bothered to participate in those games. There's never been a reason but to crush you, to send you right back down to the pits where you belong. Fine. Fine. I will put Despot on the line for your unbroken team. When I win, I get them. If you win, then you won't. I will give you back control of your precious prized monster. You lot. Guests of the House of Rot, I can't help but feel that you want this somehow. You are conspiring against me, but that's fine. Know this. The Despot you see here, Despot 50, will not be what I deploy into the Winter Games. I will push him even harder. I will make sure that he evolves several times more, and your demise will be ensured. There is no amount of training you can do that I cannot overcome. I am the tamer of beasts and the trainer of champions. You are just hollow monsters playing human. Grisnak immediately steps forward. These are my guests. Hollow monsters. They have more soul than you will ever have. We leave this place. The deal is struck. We agree. And the thunders just... And you all feel a weight settle around your hearts. And Gaius sort of clutches his. You see in the back, Despot stops and sort of falters, and there's a lull in the music as Tommy stops singing, feeling a weight settle around his heart. As you
Is
are
this
all
a
back.
similar weight to what Moses and I have already felt once?
Yes, you are now bound in an oath, and to break this oath has dire consequences. It is a pledge, and it weighs upon physical reality. You all can feel yourselves sort of like your whole thought process around this, like what was an option now is, these are the facts, these are the stakes, this is what must be, or else I am an oath breaker. And although you don't fully understand the context of the weight around you, you know that to go back on a promise is to be a bad Promethean, is to be a bad human.
Right.
Bad friend.
Low humanity type shit.
Well, we have died. We have fallen. But we always win. We always remain unbroken.
Mm.
The same as the House of Rot. Defeat is when you cannot get up again.
With the tension in the house reaching peak levels, and there's sort of being silence between the two, the music kind of just stops and switches back as the servants are like, and resume the music that they normally play, as Tommy Wonder is just like, well, that was lovely. I'm going to take my leave. And Gaius, as always, thank you for extending an invitation to the house of the Lord Predators. My patron masters send their regard, and we'll see you in the Pulvinus. Gaius is just, Pulvinus. He's just glaring at Grisnak. He's just like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And you just see his mask just, and he turns into Charsing, and he's like, well, it's been lovely, your absolute assholishness. Me and my team are going to head back to Necropolis, where we're gonna smoke some fatties and get down with some non-fornication based fun. We love you, and we'll see you in the arena. Come on, team, let's get the fuck out of here.
Moses looks at it, guys, is like, you have a lovely hum. And then walks away.
Guys, just smoldering. He's like Hades, just like Hercules, just, I'm going to fucking explode!
Do that, Ace Ventura.
We're out. Okay.
As we turn around, Rain will call back or call after Tony, like, "We'll see you out there. You're going down."
The winter.
Who did you call after?
Tommy.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Nice to meet you. You're going
You
down.
hear because he's going somewhere else, you actually, as you're heading down the, like, you're not sure if that was heard, but as you're heading back down the docks, back to the fucking boat that just sort of like rises up from the corpse waters, spilling out crimson water from the sides, very much Flying Dutchman. You all get on it, and as you're starting to, like, almost like a motorized boat, it's just like starts to fucking move across the waves. You see this massive flying ship, very much like a spaceship. It seems to be made of like earthen elements with crystal tech, but it's, and you just hear Tommy's guitar from within it, and it bing and beeps out of existence, and you're just, whoa, okay. He's gone. Like, what the fuck was that? But Alpha and Omega do not reside in here. They have their own realm, and they allow Tommy Wonder use of their flying citadel. which can deploy him in various places of interest. So he can go as a guest into someone else's realm, and the ship will just take him back.
All right.
Like a flying pyramid ship. Okay.
Hope he keeps his word. Really
Did
hope
the
he
right thing.
On the right over there, it's just on the open ocean. Fucking Charsing hugs you all, just like a happy, like he's like hugging you so hard that like slugs are falling out of his ears, and he's like giving you little kisses that are caustic and slightly paralyzing, and he's just thank you. Oh my god. Oh, I've wanted to have the courage to do that for years. That smug, shiny, golden fuck. That was good. Celebrations, whatever you want. Thunderstorms, you got it. You want big baths to bathe in river, you got it. Big pits to sleep in, Moses, you got it. Adonis, you want to go see a play, you got it. Any of you, what do you need, Rain? Lightning, you got it. Linda, high tech, very hard to get, but you got it. So happy, I'm so fucking pleased. This is good. We're gonna fucking win. Ugh.
He just opens up a portal for me to go to like NASA.
Right? Steal some computers and come back.
Steal some computers, Morty.
What do they call it? Rate a boost buy. Yeah.
Boost by?
I don't know. Boost global and there's all kinds of things. Steal it.
Yeah.
You just boost it.
Steal the technology. He's so happy. Okay.
Linda will
Again.
take him up on that. She'll start upgrading.
Right?
She'll upgrade
you
that
are
room.
able to get some stuff, but you do find that no matter what you bring back, real world technology actually tends to kind of fuck up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
When it's subjected to the hedge, you realize that you have to start like kind of doing what they did, putting in Azoth so that way it starts to become sustainable and
Yeah.
integrating it to the. It's fun, but it's not necessarily the same as training. But it is fun and it helps you sleep better. You found. Kind of like a downtime project, you know, able to get, and no matter how you're like, aha, I should get better internet, and you just get deeper hedge net. Like now you're reaching people who are like,
better
how'd
internet.
you get on this channel? Get out.
He's like, no, what? You reached the goblin market?
Apparently.
You've reached the goblin market. You're
Please
seeing
message.
so two babies.
How many moons until the winter?
How many moons?
It is
Yeah,
just
how many
around
moons until the winter
at
games?
this point. You are told kind of arbitrarily a number, but it kind of vaguely just feels like 2 weeks. But those 2 weeks, you know, are gonna fly by. Within moments, you could be, you know, like commit yourself to training, and you'll be right there. Was there anything you wanted to do before the winter games officially started? Otherwise, you know that like as you eat and drink, you're gonna lose track of time again.
Do I have enough time to make an Athenor?
Yeah. Do you know what you want?
Mm,
I do not know what I want off the top
Because
of my
you
head.
already did the training to get an Athenor in the 2 weeks
Yeah.
before winter games. Like in the time between autumn and summer, you already did the training for it. You just didn't select one. But if you don't know what it is off the top, then again, kind of like last week. Wait, otherwise we're just gonna be watching you select an Athenor. But if you already know what you want,
I was looking at charisma. I was leaning towards charisma, the Galateid Athenor for charisma. I think that's the unicorn.
it could be, yeah.
Like as long as we all have it selected before next game, then we'll be good because we'll be like,
I agree.
we'll be pumped up for.
Right. I wanted you to do that last week, but yes. At this point,
You did.
with only a little bit of time left, yeah, get it before next week.
Roger that.
It's good because our leader will be back.
You're
Hmm.
doing great.
Well, I didn't
Unicorn
have to
isn't really
fight
good.
anything.
Um,
I didn't have
I
True.
to
could see
take
you
anything.
rocking the unicorn.
Playing river more than I'm playing rain.
once a object is made as an exotic object, can its shape be formed or changed?
Only with like dedicated time. Yeah, you could change its shape. I wouldn't say you would be like, in the case of like Homeboy with Alaska with the skateboard, you wouldn't be able to make it not be a skateboard and it still be an exotic object. But for something like if you I don't know a lead pipe, you could fashion that lead pipe into a weapon and it still be an exotic object. It's just going to be durable because you put a bunch of durability into it. So you'll have to like really work it and sort of stoke it in an exotic furnace and work pyros, and it's kind of like Promethean forge magic at that point. But you could do it. You just have to be willing to like take time and spend the energy to do it. Why? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking of taking the shusher from its crude, large stick form and turning into more of a battle hammer.
I see it. Sort of adding more to it rather than necessarily removing it from being a bat, just like adding more
Yeah.
to it. Yeah. Um, its size might change a little bit. You may need to spend a little bit of like experience to make it like attune the new bits to still be a part of the whole exotic object and not just have an exotic handle. But yeah, I think it's the whole could be done. Just takes a little bit of time. It could definitely be done in 2 weeks.
Okay.
With the way Prometheans go, you don't need to sleep for a number of days. It could be done in a few days of just dedicated like working the metal.
Hmm.
But whatever you guys need to do, I'd be willing to work with you over the like if you want to roll for like I know you have a the Athenor. If you want to pick unicorn, I say go for it. That's a good choice. If you want to roll to do some crafts before your winter or before Winter Games is officially launched to change the shisha from a hammer to a battle axe, I say let's do it. I have your roll for it, and it'll take a few days. But whatever you want to do, like if there's anything Linda wants to do, Rain. Oh, you're muted.
Could you tell what I said just there?
No,
Yes,
mother
I could.
fluffer.
Mother fluffer.
Mother freaking further.
Is the exotic object something that only like people or Prometheans like them can do, or like can anyone do it? They just have to like learn how to do it.
It is a Promethean specific merit. Something only unique to your kind.
Okay, but it's not like just Alaska and Moses because Adonis
Nope,
is doing it too.
you can make one.
Okay. Well, I
You
was
just have to
thinking that
purchase
River.
the merit and dedicate an object to it.
Okay. I'm not gonna make any decisions for Jordan while she's not here, but I was thinking about her machete. Like that'd be cool because exotic objects get more punch, right?
Yeah, she could choose to increase. Like, let's say if she has enough experience to buy it to an exotic object 5, she could increase its attack, +1 per dot. She could increase its durability +1 per dot, its structure, to make it sort of have longevity or to make it a more efficient killing weapon.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious. I'll tell Jordan that.
The only
Yeah.
downside is
Rain
if
doesn't
your
have any
exotic
sympathy.
object is ever lost or broken, there's just big repercussions psychologically.
It's really sad.
Yeah, it's a part
Okay.
of you at that point.
Yeah, I feel Rain just has improvised weapons. She doesn't have like a specific weapon, so she'll just grab anything. But that's
Yeah.
good to know to tell Jordan.
I've got my gauntlets, but I haven't done much with them.
Didn't you make them exotic gauntlets?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Cool.
I will.
Exotic
I'm not sure.
dragon gauntlets too.
I don't remember whether or not Linda had the sensitive ears up or not in the beginning, since I was really early in my conversations. But I will still relay that information about the raw iron is like their fire,
Mm.
Yeah.
so she can change her bullets.
I appreciate that, but I also did. But I also did when we were doing the "What are you doing?" I specifically said that I was going to be going over supernal weaknesses for everyone.
Yeah, but
So
it's just not. That's not necessary. Okay, I get that, but we would need to like literally roll for that because you would get a set result, not you wouldn't just like we gave you a bunch of experience points and dots for free. But to say that you now know every single weakness of every supernatural creature with a library that was designed by people that don't do that is not likely, and a hedge net that is not tailored for that is also not likely. So we'd have to roll for it. There are some things that are obvious and some things that are not. Cold iron is mentioned in a bunch of different texts, but you'd actually have to be like kind of reading those texts. It wouldn't just, we don't have Google in the hedge. You know, it wouldn't just be like a set thing. It'd be like, okay, I found that this book does mention some weaknesses. Is that truth, or is that just
right.
this book mentions that? What Moses brought back to you is you could take it as fact almost because it was told from a gladiator who was like, you're just not going to find this here in the hedge.
Right.
You're not going to find it in Arcadius. He
Okay.
couldn't explain why though. But things like vampires in sunlight, check. Werewolves in silver, check. But really esoteric shit like what might make a poltergeist leave a body, you don't know.
I wasn't going to go that deep. I was thinking the main ones.
Yeah.
Something
like
that I can easily find.
Things that you could turn into a weapon, you figured out pretty quickly. Like sunlight.
Things that I could easily find.
Yeah. Irons. Yes.
Yeah.
Weaponizable ones.
Yes.
For sure. Deep ones that are like, say this spell and you will know how to.
No.
Okay.
Also, how do I make a spell into a bullet?
I don't know.
I carve it on the bullet.
Right.
Ew, she just made that bullet come out of her skin.
Right. Your witch killing bullets, yeah.
My witch
fire bullets. Fire bullets.
Yeah. So.
My God, right? Solar bullets.
So now that so Linda now knows for a fact that cold iron will kill them, not just speculation from a possible website that may or may not give correct information.
The speculation that you're left with is like what constitutes cold. Untreated metal, actually physically cold, any metal that is iron whatsoever, it just happens to be cold to them. Does it have something to do with like the magnetized properties of iron and that, you know, some heated metal loses its magnetization versus, you know, like there's a little bit of speculation, but the gist of what you know for a fact is iron.
But now with Moses, I know that it's untreated iron.
Yeah, just not worked upon iron is the what really does it for them.
Yeah. Appreciated.
Which means that weapons from forged from iron against them have to use a pretty particular, like they can't be heated to a certain extent, so you have to have like some sort of cold forging.
You can cold forge.
It exists. Cold forging exists.
Yeah. Getting into the deep cuts of smithing up in this. If you know where you're gonna go.
Well, like Moses is not the changer of things, but you know, Alaska and Linda.
I think that's the best bit, is those transmutations can, you know, like lead to gold, this to that, fucking steel to iron would be, or whatever her bullets are naturally made of to iron. I really think that's, like that's so interesting. It's very clever. I think it's fucking cool, personally. Like, that's a good one.
I wanted to find a way that my gun would still be useful at this point, because right now, it's just a gun.
Hey, gun is gun, man.
Gun is good.
Gun.
But
gun
like,
make whole.
It doesn't do as much here as it does in the real world, so...
Body hole.
Against dragons and fucking reptile beasts and shit like that, and harvest maw, yeah, I could see why the pea shooter doesn't feel so bomb, but...
Yeah.
Oh, Lucas's rocket, his wrist rocket.
Bow, bow, bow. Just
Okay,
the Gorgon.
Yeah. I think that River's probably just like she probably went into overdrive training, like got back to the Grizzy Ludus and just started like, okay, well we're gonna go into it. She's just like working out even more, trying to get strong. She's feeling great. Got Azos and sick. She's freaking.
Linda will spar with River.
Yeah, she will. I can see it in my head.
An ally going into the Winter Games. That's very interesting. All announced as natural competitors. And now you'll have the Despot monster deployed by a very angry Lanista into a winter maze.
Well, and I wonder, I don't know, maybe Despot has opinions.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Maybe he would rather be, I don't know, maybe he would want to go back. Maybe we could convince him that.
My dad.
Yeah, like, I miss not being, or like.
You see how he's treated.
Or,
He's just
I
like
don't know,
berated on a pedestal.
Well, he even said, like, that he was a prisoner and he, like, just had to serve.
Or enslaved.
Yeah. So I feel like maybe if we're like, hey, man, we can get you home, like, you gotta help us out.
The other side of the token, like, he was happy when he was killing the Gaius gladiators. He's not necessarily happy being a Gaius gladiator.
Yeah. But, so that's a thought. We might be able to, like, also sway Despot, like, hey, man, if you don't kill us, we can get you out of here. Like, we don't have to lie to him. We can just tell him, like, you know, we have a place you could go. Like, we could get you out of Gaius' spot, you know?
I can tell you Alaska loves that idea. Like, that sparks the hope with him so much. He's like, oh my god, yeah, absolutely. All we have to do is talk with him. Like, he'll totally understand. And he'll be part of the plan.
Yeah, maybe.
And even if he wants to fight, like, I'll still talk to him. I'll make him see. That's such a good plan. He'll learn that we're on his side, and then it might even be smooth sailing to the center.
Right, maybe we can ride on his back. He'll take us there.
I'm pretty sure we still have to worry about the traps.
So mad. I love that. Oh, it'd be like super rebellion. We'll laugh the whole way.
Hey, you farted. Sorry.
But that's assuming we're the only 3 sets of champions being set in. The last few games have had anywhere from like 4 to 7 or 8 different teams of competitors.
Is it just the 3 of us?
Truthfully, I think it was just gonna be
us and Tommy.
Like us and Tommy. I think that Gaius will be
the Champions Cup,
inserting himself into this, using kind of like a bullying his way in because he has to participate in this like deal that
he's got to go against around bylaws to get in. But one thing, Kari, because I was assuming that the Winter Games is like the championship, so whoever wins spring, whoever wins summer, whoever wins autumn, like those additional teams would be in the Winter Games, but because we're the ones who won them all,
it's just us.
It just means more traps and creatures to try to kill us.
I have a great idea. It's gonna be so good. I know that River's idea is really good, and we should try and get Despot on our side. But like, could you imagine? Oh my gosh, we should tell Esperidian that Gaius is gonna go to see her, and then Esperidian will go to see Gaius, and then it'll throw him totally off of his game. Doesn't that sound cool? It might work. He really doesn't like her, but really, he probably will.
Is he so angry with her because he's still so in love with her?
Yeah.
Alaska looks around before he says it.
All the
I don't know if these things really feel love. You know, like.
Well, he definitely doesn't like her. And so if we tell her that he's there to see her, then maybe she'll go talk to him, and then he'll get, like, so flustered.
I'm with it. I see what you're saying.
I don't think it
Because
could hurt.
he'd be caught off guard.
Yep.
Do we have free? How do we go see Asperity?
No idea. Maybe Grisna could probably help us figure out where we saw her last time at the entrance of the Dakota. Stop it! At the entrance of the games last time. Is she running the winter games?
I think she runs all of the games, doesn't she?
She'll be there, no matter what. She'll totally be there. Hey, cut it out.
Works for me.
I've lots of plans.
Grisnak, make sure that food is sent to your quarters so that way you are well fed, that your flames are well stoked. And before you know it, time is moving around. You're training, you're working on Athenors. You intend to head up to Grisnak. But every time you do, you see that his doors are barred. You see that his secretary has a little sign on her desk that says, out for lunch, but that's not possible, and there's nowhere to go for lunch. He seems to be refusing you. And it's not that you've done wrong. You constantly hear him on the other side. He doesn't respond to banging or yelling, and the door seems unmovable, even with vitality. But you hear him working on the other side, muttering to himself, making plans. Sometimes you hear crashes. You know that it's a good idea, but you know that he's not going to send you to Esperidian during this time. He's intent on making sure that all of his affairs are in order. Because once the Winter Games begin and once they end, everything changes.
Maybe we can be early to the Winter Games?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely possible. When the time does come,
She'll be there to greet us.
and the day is upon you, Corin V is the one who knocks on your door. All right, my monsters. I'm here to take you to the Winter Games. Y'all ready to go play?
Yeah,
Let's
the
do
Winter
this.
Games. We're the
I've been
winners.
instructed to make sure you get there bright and early, so that way you can get as much food and drink in your systems, everything you need, because you the champions of the House of Rot. You got a really nice place this time, not like those pits that they put you in. These will be good ones. How you feeling? You feeling good? You ready for the hyperspace travel that my horses can do?
Let's do it.
Yeah. No,
Oh, yeah.
I guess. If we
Right.
have to.
Gather your weapons, all of them. Get your armor. Don't nobody lose your armor. It's fireproof, or mostly. You think we're gonna get a firestorm today?
We can only hope.
Yeah, we can. Oh man, the crowd is really going loud for that firestorm thing. If you can make it happen, like, I don't know how you did it. Maybe spend a lot of energy and then get really sad. I think that's what did it last time.
You're really sad.
Get sad.
Really
Got
sad.
it.
All right, you are amazing. I'm very proud of you. And bring Laura to the House of Rot. Let's go. You head to his unicorn horses, his nightmares, burning black, saddled to a massive carriage with the sort of top-down caravan. You get into the back, and immediately you can feel that there's sort of like a juxtaposition between yourself and reality, a sort of separation. And once the whip crack goes, and together is sort of pushed against the seat as you feel reality twisting and bending. You are on your way to the Winter Games as a group. You have weapons and armor, just whatever you could potentially need. Like, they know you carry Azothic items, but there are short swords and shields, hand axes, knives, little things you might want to strap onto yourselves. throwing spears, face masks. Like he doesn't really know, but he wants you to have what you need in that wagon that he could kind of think of that you might put on your being, to interact with traps, to whether that be rope or sort of like climbing gear, or whatever you could kind of think of that you might need that's sort of archaic. He's put in Grisnek has put into these crates that sort of sit right in the middle when you guys are on either side of the wagon, blasting across hyperspace, crossing realms from Necropolis into Labyrinthium. You can smell once again the change in ozone, in oxygen level, in freshness far before you actually see it. And by the time the horses slow down, you know you are in a different dimension. And it's as Corin V said, you are early. You have hours before the actual festivities will start, hours before you'll be called to stand on those podiums, your name's announced, and then, that pretty much gun crack to the sound of the bright one yelling go, that ushers you into the maze. Hours to walk around as champions so far. You are the number one contenders, but there is buzz in the audience because they've heard rumor that for the last decade, the undisputed champion of the arena, the despot monster, the tyrant of the sands, is coming to the games. That Gaius is coming to these games. And that Tommy Wonder will be defending his crown. It is a buzzed atmosphere as the Fireborn children are favored. Despot 50 is new, but this is like Goldberg coming to the WWF. This is just what just happened here. Like, this is a brand new monster. They can't wait to see what spectacle he brings. And Tommy is like their favorite son. They love seeing him. They know what to expect, and they expect it with signs. Me as musicians in the crowd and fans waiting to sing songs that they know he'll sing. To arrive at this spectacle, you arrive at this stadium. And that's where we'll stop off. We'll end our episode here for now. You can feel Gaius's presence there. You can feel Grisnak's presence.
Up at the pulpit.
And you can feel something new, something predatory, something that makes you feel like giants are looking down upon you, real titans, because you can also feel the presence of Alpha and Omega. This is the domain of the Lord Fae come to play. And this is the final chapter of this Arcadian arc. For now, we love you very much. We'll see you next time. Good night. Bright may be the day. Sanguine is the night.
Sanguine is the night.
Goodbye, my loves.
Goodbye.
Hold fast to humanity.